My name is Madison Frie. I graduated the Academy of Makeup Arts in 2019. I moved to New York 3 months ago, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about the school, my experience, my work stuff that I've been doing now. So let's get started. Usually I'm behind the camera, not in front of it, so you're gonna have to bear with me in this. But essentially, starting out, I was a super creative child. I was always painting or drawing, messy art type of kid. So I always knew that I wanted to go into the creative industry. I didn't know exactly in what, but I always had that in the back of my mind from a very young age. So around the age of 13 or 14, I was allowed to wear makeup. So that was a very exciting time for me. And I didn't really think anything of it other than, oh, my eyelashes are longer now. But around that same sort of time period, I started face painting. My best friend sent me a face paint palette, and we would FaceTime each other and, paint our faces like the Cheshire Cat or skeletons, anything like that. So that sort of planted the seed of, okay, this makeup thing is pretty cool. This body painting thing is pretty cool. So I started taking my art from the paper to my face, and I started like Instagram accounts and started painting on my body and things like that. And it was a lot of fun. And I saw it as a hobby, not really a career path at that point. After face painting, I got into special effects makeup, so cotton and latex, really anything I could get my hands on. I think the first thing that I did, I just soaked some cotton in some old foundation and tried to, blend it into my hand, making it look like some sort of cut. But I started to dive deep into special effects makeup and finding out more about it, researching the people, watch Face Off and all those sort of videos and really immersed myself in it. And around the time that I graduated high school, I decided that that's what I wanted to do, special effects makeup. I was in Georgia at that point, and I wanted to find a school that was fairly close to home, fairly close to the South, so I could, go home if I needed to, see my parents still. It made my mom feel better, so that's when I found the Academy of Makeup Arts in Tennessee. So my mom and I drove up there for the open house, and really when I stepped into the building, I felt at home, as tacky as that sounds. I really did. I had never really been immersed in a group of people so passionate about the same things that I was before, and it was an overwhelming feeling of joy that I got. I was a shy kid, still kind of am, so I was silently like freaking out in the corner, watching the demos up on stage. Like it was like I was watching my dreams come true. So a year later, I started going. I went into the school thinking that I would just be doing special effects. That's all I wanted to do. I wasn't really open to thinking about doing other things, I just wanted to do special effects, and that was it. If different faculty members were talking to me and I was talking to them, they really convinced me to look into doing the full track aspect, or the full track. Full track wasn't a specific program yet, but it was essentially the same ordeal, and I didn't really know wigs. It wasn't something I was interested in. Of course, saying that now, working in New York making wigs, but it honestly wasn't something I was interested in. It wasn't on my radar screen. It was straight makeup, it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I just wanted to do straight up special effects, and I still do. Like, I want to do everything, but I really thought about it and decided that, okay, I'm going to do the full track. I'm going to do all 3 programs, which, again, I'm so grateful that I did, because that's something that most employers, this is the first thing they say is, wow, like, I'm so grateful that I don't have to hire another makeup artist to do beauty makeup, or it's really cool that you do special effects too. That's why I have the job that I have now, is because they're so impressed with how versatile my portfolio was, and I could do everything. And it's been a really beneficial thing for me in my career, starting out, especially working on indie films and things like that. Like you can do everything. So after graduating special effects, I stayed on for another 5 or 6 months to do the animatronics program, which is another thing that I can add to my resume, and like, hey, I can build you a robot too if you really want. After I graduated officially in January, I moved over to New York. So I live in Brooklyn now. I thought that New York was a great place to be because there's just so many artists here. There's so many people, young artists especially, looking to get their start, you know, just like me. I love the community here and just the energy of hustle and bustle type thing. And shortly after moving up here, I got a job with Hero Hair. It's a wig and facial hair company that builds wig and facial hair for cosplayers and film and television. So I've already worked on a lot of cool projects. I've met so many cool people. It's been a really incredible experience to just after moving up here to get a job like that. After working with them for a few months, I'm continuously freelancing and trying to network my way up here, and that's really the secret of everything. You just have to reach out. The amount of opportunities that I've gotten just because I emailed random person or DM'd somebody on even social media has been really beneficial. You just can't be afraid to reach out to people. So yeah, so far my New York journey's been going good. It's going strong, steady. I guess some just advice for anyone interested or watching this is, again, don't be afraid to reach out to people. You know, I understand I'm a pretty shy, awkward individual, so I get not wanting to bother somebody by reaching out, but even just sending your portfolio over to anyone who will listen, just talk, and don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from anyone. You don't even have to approach it like, hey, I'm looking for a job. It could even just be, hey, like, you're an industry professional too, do you have any advice for me? I'm new, you know. I've made a lot of friends that way as well. But yeah, you just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take the leap, whether it's going to school, whether it's moving to a different city, whether it's moving to a different state, different country, reaching out, trying something new. You know, I'm one of those people where I want to do everything. So even though I'm starting off in wigs now, who knows where I'm going to be 5 years from now. You just can't stop learning, can't stop growing. You just gotta do it. Reach out, take the leap. Okay. Well, this is that.